Yeah, hello. For me, it's good afternoon. Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to our seventh Artists Roundtable. My name is Marie Wittig. I work for Culture Action Europe in the Culture and Health Department, together with my dear colleague Cornelia Kisch, who is also here today. Today we lead, or together we lead the Culture and Health Platform, which is a EU-wide initiative and which we started in November 2024. And today it's not only Cornelia and me here, but we are here together with three esteemed speakers and artists, which are CATHRINE EBSER from Austria, VANESA from Czech Republic, and FRANCISCA from Portugal. We will have a short introduction in a minute, and you can recognize them as we all share the same culture and health platform background. Let me just share with you the agenda for today, so we all get a bit of an overview. So I will just briefly give an introduction to the Culture and Health Platform project. And then afterwards, we will have a presentation by CATHRINE, who's a photographer, and she takes portraits from older people and present her project. Then from Vanessa, we will hear about the Mental Power Prague Film Festival. And then lastly, but certainly not last, we hear from Francisca, who's a videographer and takes or films documentaries by vulnerable groups or from vulnerable groups. Yeah, please, yeah, after each session, we have 2 or 3 minutes for questions. And then in the second part, we will start breakout rooms if we're enough people and we actually need 2 rooms. So we all can share our experiences and provide each other with advice, but also, of course, have time for more questions. Please note, everyone, that we are recording the first part, which is agenda point 1 to 4, but then we stop the recording just before the breakout rooms so we can have an open discussion and nobody feels uh, filmed. So let's start with a brief overview of why we are here and what the Culture and Health Platform is. Um, so it stems from the Culture for Health project, um, which was a 2-year project and which resulted in the Culture for Health report. Just a quick note because I hear some noises. May I ask you all to please mute yourself so just to make sure. Um, The Culture for Health report puts together how culture and cultural activities contribute to health and well-being, and the way how it links, how we come from the Culture for Health project and report to the Culture and Health Platform is that here those recommendations of the report are implemented. And yeah, here we support artists the way it is recommended in the report. To give you a quick overview of where it takes place, it is truly a EU-wide initiative, as you can see here. We have 17 members. I'm very proud to say that now we are 17 as we just grew by one Spanish member in 15 countries, and we are still growing by one member and country each year. So there are another 2 to come. Um, just to give you an overview of our actions, we do national calls. We had our first round last year, and we will start with our first EU level call this upcoming year in January, February. So all of the countries we have those national calls, but in case your country is not marked here, You can also apply with your project in this EU level call next year, early next year. We do artist capacity trainings, both online and live and on location, both in English and in local languages. We do artist shadowing programs. We had two running last year, and we are having another two next year. We do mobility support, just also to bring people to the shadowing, and yeah, projects that we lead. We do, of course, do mentoring. We have a big showcasing event each year, which we just had last week in Turku, which was a wonderful event, and I'm already looking forward to next year's September in Vienna, where the next showcasing event will take place in the second week of September. We do networking trainings like this one. This is the main reason why we're here today, to connect you artists and yeah, share learnings. And then, of course, we also reach out to the health and social sectors. But now, yeah, without further ado, I would like to stop my sharing here and give the mic over to CATHRINE, who will share with us her project. And also, of course, please briefly introduce yourself as well. Thank you. Thank you for being here, CATHRINE.
Hello, I'm trying to switch to my screen. Just 1 second. I hope it's working this time.
No
Uh,
worries.
who- okay. Does it work? No. Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Just
No
another try.
No problem. I know it works because it worked earlier. Here we go.
Yes.
Hmm.
So just do you see the whole screen?
It's not in presentation mode, but it's okay. It's the same as
Maybe I can try it again. Now, I hope so. Yes. Finally.
no
Hi.
worries.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm a photographer based in Vienna, but actually from Bad Ischl. That's a very small town in Salzkammergut, Austria. I'm specialized in portraits of older people, and I've been working for seniors now around 10 years. Many of them I photographed in retirement homes, some of them in private settings. I photograph people around 65. The older, the better, I always say. And my goal is to show age and celebrate age and not hiding it. So, for me, in a world that's celebrating youth and so absurd beauty standards, it's very important to see how beautiful aging can be. And that's why I um, first had the idea or came to it. I have a background in graphic design and beauty retouch and used to smoothen out wrinkles and spots and so-called flaws. And after time, I realized that the images I produced were not real. They were like anatomical, not correct persons, and we all took it for normal. So I had another education as a photographer and had the chance to do a documentary photograph session in a retirement home where my mom was working. And it was like a really uh, interesting time because on the one hand, I was very impressed and moved. Um, And then I was like a little bit sad because the people in the retirement home also were a little, it was like for this gray routines they had. And I asked them if they wanted to do like a fashion photo shoot if some ladies would join me in that. And it was kind of a really success because we photographed the summer long not every, but nearly every weekend, the residents there in the retirement home. And it turned out to a quite big thing because they hanged the pictures in the whole house, and it was not only the photographing, it was also the art gallery themselves that they like could go to and were very proud to show off their pictures. And that's like the first pictures and behind the scenes we did there. So that was the first thought that there must be something more like that. And it's the time where I understood how powerful photography can be in this context and what it could give to people, and how the people got uplifted in a way of kind. So a kind of way. So one of my like bigger projects I'm working now the third year around is the Anelroas project, which was started in the in the culture capital last year in Bad Ischl. It's the name Anelroas comes from Anel, what means Großmutter or granny in German, and Roas is the Reise, it's journey in English. So it's the granny journey in a kind of way. And I got to photograph a lot of people in 7 cities. I had like 120 portraits, and then the best of was shown in this outdoor exhibition where everybody could stop by and see the pictures and be surprised how grannies could look like. Um, it's growing now the second year because this year I shown a little some new pictures there, and next year will also be a new round where I include some students who are working with me together from the uh, from a Department of Care and Social Management. So I hope this joins a little bit in the youth and the old people, so it's a get together more. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is some of the new pictures. And now that you got to see a little bit of me and what I do, I was asked to give a little insights in how I work and what was my learnings in all this. And the first thing was I work in a very special field, a very special niche. So for me, the key was building relationships with my models, to have time for them, to give them like time, space, and openness to let things happen because they're not used to be in the center of attention. And for me, is the art happens in the process. So the in between the artist and the models, it's always, even if I have an idea of a picture, it never turns out the way because I let it happen, and sometimes it's more better than I could have imagined. And the older people in especially nursing homes often experienced to be controlled rather than to be spoken to. So to give them the opportunity to choose little fancy, crazy stuff, it's like very new and unique to them. So for me, it's like a turnaround to take them again into the center of to be the like a piece of art. So they feel a little bit uplifted, they feel special, they feel again like a very valued human being. Um, and again, it's not, sometimes they get to be seen as the sick and like about their diagnosis and their limitations. And I try to bring the human being back as, what do you want to be? What do you want to be shown as? Like, yeah, kind of this. Then the next thing I'd have to look a little bit up. Yes, my kind of advice to others, if I have something to learn, something learned. The take your time is always like the really good thing because it takes me a lot of time to come through to them and get to know my models, and not only to do something for them, but with them is very important for me. So it's for me always meet at eye level. It's not I come to you and bring you something and you have to just accept it. So we work together. Um, and they get to decide what to wear. And I bring a lot of props. I'm kind of a collector of like flea market things. Try to collect things that I find fun that might other people like. So everybody gets to choose. And also important is to share love. So for me, I try to make a little fun with them to say, you know what? Maybe you get discovered by Vogue. Maybe they next week they will call you and you're the next big cover model or whatever. So yes, it's kind of laughing together opens up very much and gives lightness to all the process. And yes, what can I also say? Um, it's still things then the pictures when they get shown in the galleries and the houses and they're like really proud of them. It shows me that it's not only the process at the making, it's also the process afterwards to share the pictures in their families and with their friends. So it's not only just one happening, it's growing into one and another thing. So that's also for me the well-being that's really touching. The next point, if I can give some insight into my organization and approach and maybe artistic techniques, it's like, yeah, photography, of course, it's not so um, not much a secret how it works. Um, it's always about staging, as I already told you. I collect a lot of props. It's my kind of bag of tricks that I bring to the houses. Um, I usually work in a small team. If there is enough budget, maybe I have a makeup artist with me. Otherwise, I will apply the makeup myself. It's yeah, as I can. And what's really important is to work with the on-site caregivers because they're the link to the people. They know who are happy to participate, who are a little shy, a little who need support. Maybe somebody is like interested but doesn't maybe has to look at what we are doing and maybe joins into a little later. So it's the key to let things really happen to get a little trust into the people. Um, Photo shooting day, yes, of course, I bring a lot of stuff with me. That's the thing. Um, Sometimes, even if I have an idea how the picture should look, is it's not a strong pose because some things just don't can't happen because if there are limitations. So always have a plan B, C, D, whatever works for them, works for you. Then adjust, take your time. And also, what's really nice is to let them have a look what you're doing. So I just show them in my camera, or I have an iPad with me where I wireless take the pictures and like they can already have a look at the results a little bit, so they know what's happening there because it's like really what are you doing with the camera? So it's like having them a little insight what is shown afterwards. Yes, that's the one thing. And difficult and lessons I've learned is also like general prejudices and family resistance because things like, oh, my mother wouldn't do this because she's too old, or why would you put older people into the spotlight is always things that I have to work around. Or something, why would you show old lady in such a colorful dress, or even in maybe pin-up pose, whatever. It's like you can show a naked old lady. Why would you? So that's things I'm working against it, like little standoff for ageism, a little standoff for what people think is um, what you have to do at a certain age. Because if I'm growing old, I will be way more not the things that they are thinking of me. And then it's like the last thing that was really important for me is really clear arrangements with the nursing homes because there are a lot of privacy is it like you have to have like a contract where they know which picture get to be shown. Some people don't want the pictures to be seen on internet, so that's also a little learning from. I had it from a very beginning, but it got stricter and stricter. What kind of checklist I have for them, so that I can show the pictures on social media or whatever. So it's like very it's good to have like very essentials before the photo shoot is even starting. So yes, so that's my kind of view, my insights on my work. If you want to have some insights on how the pictures are looking, you're very welcome to have a look at my website, and Instagram is also like a really good thing. Um, I'm not sure if I have like one or two behind the scenes videos. If you want to have a look, should we just do it after the questions, or what do you think, Marie?
I think maybe time is getting a little
Then it's not.
tight, but maybe if you wanted to share the videos in the chat, or if
Yes,
you
can
can
of course.
share the link, I
That's
think that would be fantastic, really.
good point.
And
So
everybody can.
thank you very much for your attention and for the invitation as well.
Our pleasure, truly. Thank you so, so much. It was such a, yeah, perfect.
Here, so,
Wonderful, thank you. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful overview, and it's there's so much joy in these pictures, which almost jumps at you. I really marvel your work there. Um, yeah, so truly thank you. If there are any questions in the room, please don't hesitate to either raise your digital hand or you can also drop a question in the chat if you don't want to speak out loud. And there is already a question right away. Erik, please go ahead.
Hello, thanks for having me here. Thanks, Catherine, for your presentation. It was very nice to see your work. And I was wondering, in relation to Culture and Health Action Europe, what was the role of the association in your work? If you had some sort of support with the different centers spread in Europe, or you were put in contact, how did
Um,
you?
The thing is, I like I said, I the first pictures I took 10 years ago, and then at that point I didn't even know that there was some kind of like a culture and health program or whatever. So I'm growing into this. Already did some kind of this work in their all over well-being work, but I get to know the program and it's in Austria. It's the Arts and Health Austria um, Association, and I got to know them last year. So it's like
Oh, okay.
new,
Yeah.
and I'm like to growing into this all European overview thing, and was really happy to be part of the artist hosting week in the Netherlands. So I try to be a good puzzle
Mhm.
part in this work and try to develop my work a little bit in more in this field.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks and congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your question, Eric. And actually, it fits very well to the question that I had as well, because as you already pointed out now and at the beginning, your project really grew year by year. And like now we already have great plans for next year. Um, May I ask if, do you know if, how that happened, like how it grew? Are there any key moments or key figures, key people, that helped you make your project grow, and hopefully who also support, got you some funding somehow?
Funding is always the big thing. Um, at the beginning, it was just like a passion that I had, and the first years till 2 years ago, it was always like I had a job, and it was on the other side my photography that it's always like playing eh, parts. Uh, when I saw that Culture Capital Europe would come to our region, it was like, ah, that's the chance to get a little bit more attention on my work, and that was the starting for me to look up like sponsors, to try to get people into this work now. So now, for the culture capital thing, I had like a little budget from the Culture Capital Association, but also from my hometown a little bit, and the cities where I worked with, and the retirement homes as well. So it's like always getting some little points together to get to your funding, and it's a lot of work, and it's not always easy. It's not always working as you thought it would. So there's a lot of extra work, a lot of extra miles to go, and a lot of passion and a lot of even now and then I think, oh, why I'm doing this, and then I have like really nice experience at my photo shoots or feedbacks on my pictures, and I say, okay, I know why I'm doing it. So yeah, every now and then now that it's like 10 years back, it finally gets a little bit on a
Yeah.
professional level.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. So thank you again for presenting your project. I saw the question in the chat to share your website in the chat as well. See that Cornelia already put the Instagram, which is great, and we will share the official website in a minute as well. Um, I will now invite Vanessa on the stage, who will be our next speaker, presenting the Mental Power Prague Film Festival. Thank you so much for coming, Vanessa. Yeah, the stage is yours, and I'm looking forward to a short presentation of yourself and the connection of the film festival. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting. And also, Catherine, you had a nice presentation. I really like the idea of your photographing and stuff. I will show the presentation. I hope it will work. Okay. And now, oh,
It's coming.
is working now? You can see the presentation mode.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, so let me first, hello everyone, let me introduce myself first. My name is Vanessa, and today I'm honored to present you something about Mental Power Prague Film Festival. My main job is that I'm a teacher, but I just began a member of the team of Mental Power Prague Film Festival like 2 years ago because my mom worked with mental disabled people, and I often go there to help with the disabled people, with the clients. And then some friend of my mom told me, "Do you want to do this with us, the Mental Power Prague Film Festival? Let's see the festival, and you will tell if you like it or not." And I came to the festival, and it was amazing. I really loved that the atmosphere there, the people, and I I basically loved the festival. So I joined the team, and now I'm in. So let's just talk about the Mental Power Prague Film Festival. It's as you can see, it's a film festival where berries disappear and creativity truly triumphs. And our festival is not only about movies, it's mostly about inclusion, human connections, and also the belief that everyone has the right to express themselves through art, like everyone, no barriers, as you can see. Let's speak about what is Mental Power Prague Film Festival. It's really long name. This festival is some kind of unique platform mainly for people with mental disabilities. It connects like the people with mental disabilities and also creators, also professional actors, professional creators and experts from very different fields. It's also like videographers, actors, singers, like everyone is connected here. And the festival is here for and with people with mental disabilities, and they work hand in hand with their caregivers and also with their communities, and together they create authentic movies that reflects their own stories, own lives, their daily routines, and their own perspective on life and on daily stuff. So that's the main thought about the festival. It's a space for creativity and every voice matter. So the main goals, our main goals is to create an environment similar to like professional film festivals, something like Karlovy Vary International Film Festival or something like that. So we have like red carpets, cameras, photo shooting, screen projecting movies, and also awards, because we want to people with disabilities feel same like the professional actors, like the Oscar or Grammy atmosphere, you know. Sorry, my dog. And so yeah, we want them to feel the same as the professional actors. Also, we have the jury. Jury is included by the Czech actors, and they really enjoy it. You can see this is one of our main star. His name is Marek, and he really enjoyed he's holding here the award, and he's really happy. So it's a full of joy and celebration, and yeah, it's really good atmosphere, I would say. And at the same time, we want to like show to the wider public that the artistic talent has no limit, and also doesn't say no to disability. Like if you have disability, there's no problem to be creative, and you can express yourself in art too. And through all of this, we want to build some understanding, respect, and also some equality in the cultural place. And yeah, the evening, as I said, we have red carpet, gala nights, banquet, and after that, after party. It's separate in 2 days, and it's happening in theater. And each year, our festival culminates the gala evening. First day, we screen projecting like the unique movies. Then the jury, comprising of the Czech actress, giving awards to the best actor, best actresses, best movie, best spoken word, like basically like the Oscars, I would say. And yeah, and everyone is there with everyone. Even the jury sit with the other people, not some VIP zone, but everyone is with everyone, even the jury, the Czech artist, the Czech actress, because people love them, especially the people with the mental disability. They love the Czech actress in our jury, and I think they are obsessed. So everyone is here with everyone and talk to everyone. So it's really nice. Some points, small points about our history. I don't know if I'm right spoke about history because I'm here for 2 years, but I was told everything. So yeah. So during past 17 years, Mental Power Prague Film Festival brought over 2,000 movies from over 60 organizations, even from Czech, but even from abroad too. And some of our movies was also presented at Karlovy Vary International Film Festival or at Czech Lion Movie Awards. And what is really, really, I think, what keep us moving forward and evolving is that the film named Tomáš, which I saw, and after that I can also send a link for that movie. It's really short movie, but it's really, really nice movie. It's from 2017, and this film even won awards on festival in Australia or in France. So yeah, and this just these things just keep us moving forward and evolving. And for me, it's like really like bless my heart. I don't know. It's really nice. Why should people get involved in this? Because we think that filmmaking is not only about the artistic activity. It's mostly, I think, for the people, like for everyone, but for us and the clients, also the caregivers, I think it's mostly about the therapy too. It's really therapeutic for them and for us. And also, I think it's a way that the people with mental disability can just step out from their daily routine and just express themselves in their own way. And yeah, and I think it's really like joyful for them to make these films, even for the caregivers, even for the clients. So yeah, basically this. Here you can see our three like main characters, I would say. I don't know. No, everyone is main character in our team, but this is like main characters, I would say, for the clients because they are obsessed with them. On the right, the woman is Teresa Ramba. It's our festival patron. This is a Czech actress, and here you can see what they saying about our festival. That it's really unforgettable experience. And also there's Vojta Kotek, which is the man up there with the superhero suit, because last year we have like every year we have like some theme, and last year we have superheroes, so everyone had dress code like superheroes and stuff. So yeah, so this is the picture from last year. And Vojta Kotek is Czech actor, and he's the host of the festival for 10 years, so he's hosting the festival. And people really loved him. He's really funny. And down there's another Czech actor. This is our new host. Last year it was his first time because Teresa Ramba, our patron, invited him, and I spoke to him, and I think he was surprised that there is some kind of festival like that and people don't know about it. And he told us that he thinks that we should spoke about it more and people should know about it more, because it's nice that we work with, like, we do this. Oh, sorry, I'm just putting my words. Key elements, our key elements for organizing. Oh, it's really, really hard organizing festival and stuff like that, as you know. But first thing first is like have some clear mission and values, which our values mostly are like inclusion, creativity, and respect, and also openness. But the inclusion, we put on pedestal, I would say, the inclusion and creativity. And also everything go hand in hand, like the strong organization and planning, partnership. We try to build long-term partnership with organization to have movies with long-term partnerships organization. And also I think the base for that, the core, is the committed team. It's really important. I think when you have the committed team, like the main group, that in our thing in mental power is the people need to truly believe in the purpose of this festival. But I would say something more about it. Yeah, this is the other way. It's the main thing to create a safe and welcoming place at this festival, because we want the clients and also the caregivers to feel safe here, feel like really appreciated, and not that's what I said, that we're not like separate people in like some VIP or normal people. We are like everyone in one place, even the actors, our team, like the organizers, and even the clients, caregivers. We are everyone, even at the after party, everyone together. We eat together, we speak together, we dance together, we talk together, everything's together. And it can be really funny because the clients, the people with the mental disabilities, they have no barriers. So they will come to you and say everything what they have on their minds. So it can be really funny. And I love that. It's really authentic. And I just can't like say it by words. I think you need to like feel it on your own and see it on your own. And yeah, by that we trying to removing the barriers, like, yeah. Sorry. What about the making a festival attractive for both sides? It's really important. So always we have like some balanced program, as I said, what by film screening, but we also have some workshops. We also have discussions and concerts and after parties that can be attractive for both sides. Also, as I said, the actors, the Czech famous actors, are really attractive for both sides, for caregivers and for clients. So if they see a new host, like new name of some celebrity from Czech Republic, they're like, oh my God, we need to come. And both sides. And for clients, of course, it's a really like space of joy. They really enjoy it. I think for some of them, it's the most important moment of their lives, because in their daily routine, they don't do a much thing. So this is for them really like most important moment of the year and of their life, I would say. And for caregivers, I think it's really important that they can see and they can be reassurance that their clients are like evolving, self-improving, and they are more confident.
Yeah.
And
sorry to jump in, just because I know that a few more slides are coming. If you could maybe.
Yeah, sorry, I talk too much. Sorry, that's my problem. Yeah, I'm a teacher, I talk too much. Yeah, okay, so let's get the lessons. It's really similar to what I just said. Lesson learned. We learned that the flexibility and openness is the main thing we need to do, and also I would say the human connection, because sharing stories and meeting people, similar thing as Catherine says, that you need to meet with the people eye to eye, face to face, and talk to them, really like connect with them, and don't be just like strangers. And also do the creative things. As I said, every year we have some theme. Last year it was superheroes. 2 years ago it was hippies. So yeah, every year we just bring something new. About challenging, the main challenges for us is, I think it's funding, definitely funding to find sponsors, but also finding suitable venues, because we have people on wheelchairs, so it's difficult to find something suitable where can people on wheelchairs go. And yeah, of course, sometimes we're facing some prejudice because of people with mental disability. And but we don't stop. We just we don't give up. We just go. And about the staff training, we don't have any like training or stuff, but they just, I would just say on my experience, they just accept me because they can see my empathy, my openness, and that I really want to work with these people, and it just makes me happy. And that's basically our team. What we are like bunch of people that really like to help people even with disability to enjoy life and being creative and do some art. And for starting a similar festival, yeah, that's really hard. But yeah, you should start with a clear vision. Sometimes for me, it's really hard because I'm often in my head and also thinking about really unrealistic things. But you should put your foot on floor and be realistic, and start searching at available resources. Also, like small steps at first, I would say, and don't expect that in month there will be a big festival and with a lot of people and a lot of famous people and stuff. Just we always say like the quality and authenticity matter is quality over quantity. So yeah, that's what I would say. And that was the presentation of Mental Power Prague Film Festival. I hope I said everything important. And if you have some questions, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that, all of those impressions. It's must be a beautiful festival. I feel tempted to join now. I just have a short question. I wonder if there's a short answer to it. I wonder how you reach your audiences and also the filmmakers. How do you get in touch with those?
Yeah, we have some, as I said, we have some long-term partnerships. So I don't know this, but now we are trying to get in touch with some organizations from abroad. So basically, our team, some of us have some contacts, or we have some organizations, and they told us, oh, we know about this organization, and they said they want to join. So we are just keep in touch with them and trying to, maybe if they want to help, we will help them. We can say to them, we have some videographers or photographers for that, and we can. So yeah, that's basically, if I answer it good.
Yeah, thank you. So by word of mouth mostly, I guess. Catherine also has a question. Please go.
Yes, I have to because I am now like the second year photographing also for kind of disability people who are come together in my hometown, but it's once a year, and they from some cities around, and they do like 1 week really lovely creative classes like singing, dancing, theater, and things. And I think this could be so interesting for them. So Vanessa, maybe we have to talk afterwards because I do a lot of pictures there, but maybe they have after this week they always have like a kind of theater thing to show off, and maybe this could go into a film or movie, whatever. So I totally think this projects could connect in a good
Yeah.
way. So we'll have to talk.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we maybe keep in
Yeah,
touch, or we should
it's
talk
really
about it, all right?
it's really funny how this kind of projects like they're doing this also now for 20 years, and I think they don't even know the over this culture and health thing because last year I uh, asked them, do you like document things like because the people uh, talking about it the whole year and are happy to be next year again there. So it's like doing so much with them just to be this week on this creative stuff. So I totally see the the positive energy in there. So
Mm-hmm.
love
Yeah,
this very much.
Yeah, I love this very much, and thank you for saying that. So, I would really like to know more about it. It's
yeah.
really interesting, and thank you for that.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you, truly. Also, like, please know that you can also share your emails with each other, like in the chat. It doesn't automatically go to everyone. You can also send private messages if you want to. There's one more question by Louisa in the chat. She asked, how many months does it take for the festival team to organize the event?
Oh, it's many months, I would say. It's like we already plan it now. Like since like we always have the festival in June,
Mhm.
in the end of the June, basically. And when it ends, we already start planning the other one. So
And if I understand correctly, you all do it part like voluntarily though, right? Like not full
yeah.
time, it's always extra work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's extra work, exactly. We all have main jobs and this is like extra.
Yeah. Incredible what you do there. Okay. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Amazing. I will now remove your pin here because I will ask Francisca, our next speaker, to the stage. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for waiting a little bit because we are slightly behind schedule, but please don't feel rushed. We will just shorten our breakout session afterwards a little bit. So, because we really do want to hear all of your great work because I was very much looking forward to it already. So, welcome, very well welcome, and the
Thank
stage is
you.
yours.
Thank you. And first of all, Catherine, your work is beautiful and so important. And Vanessa, thank you for creating a safe space for such an important group, that normally is marginalized. So thank you for your work, both. I will now share my screen. This one. So can you see my screen? Yes, perfect. So I will be talking about filming mental health on ethics, empathy, and giving a voice to the unheard. My name is Francisca Siza, and I'm a documentary filmmaker. A little bit about my work. I'm from Portugal, although I travel around the world, which I love. And I consider myself an artist that is doing social activism through arts. My purpose in life is to give a voice to people that are often unheard. And I dedicated specifically to women's and mental health issues. So I did a feature film and I worked in short documentary and documentary series. And I will be talking a little bit about mental health in film. So first of all, I think that it's so important to start conversation about mental health because we all pass through difficult moments in life. So we are talking more and more about depression, about ADHD, about bipolar disease, about so many things. And I think film is a tool to give voice to this so people don't feel alone, so people feel like they can share their problems, and it creates a platform for us to be together, all of us, because all of us experience feelings, experience difficult times. And a little bit off the topic, I believe that we are living in a technological revolution and that AI will change a lot of our society. And what distinguishes us from AI is emotions and consciousness. So I think that that kind of thought of you cannot cry, you cannot have emotion needs to become in the past. And we really need to be in contact with our emotions, and we really need to acknowledge that suffering is part of being human, and that feeling alone is part of being human, and that we need to be together in order to overcome or just feel these kind of things. So I found film as a tool to acknowledge all of that, and I dedicate myself to that. So I think what makes me good on what I do is I carry a lot of empathy. I can really put myself in the feelings and the perspective of others. And I follow three core values when I'm filming both mental health, people suffering from mental health or not. And I think that it's very important to listen, to respect, and to build trust. And with that, I'm going to pass to the other thing, that is what not to do when we are filming. And I believe all of you already saw images like that. So if we put ourselves in the shoe of these women, what do you think she's feeling like? Like probably an animal in a zoo, no? So for me, this is what we should not do. So if this woman is traumatized, if she suffers from PTSD or whatever, putting this woman in this situation will only trigger even more trauma. So I really don't believe that ends justify the means, and there's no image or film that is more important than a human being. So we should not overexpose vulnerability. This is very important to me. It's very important to respect what the human that we have in front of us is feeling or is passing through. And with this, I'm going to share what I do when I'm interviewing people. Interviewing or filming, both. So for me, it's very important to build a relationship with a person, even if I only stay with the person for a few hours. First of all, before even putting my gear there, I go and talk to the person. I listen to them. I ask them personal questions. I try to create a safe space for the person or the group of persons. I try to make them sure they are comfortable with me, with the team, with the space, and try to feel if they want to continue or not. It's very important for me not to pressure people. Like I normally film people that are not used to being filmed, so are not used to being in front of cameras. For doing an interview, we have to set up strong lights, to have a camera, and people are not used to this. So it's what I learned through experiences is very important to have time to conduct an interview. After spending time with the person, we see the person and giving them time to not feel so nervous with the camera. So first do very light questions, try to make them feel comfortable, and then slowly go into the issue, the story, and most of it not triggering them. Like once again, the ends don't justify the means. So I know it's very moving when you saw people crying in interviews, but you should not trigger people into that, in my perspective, because once again, it's a human being that is there, and trying to trigger people that already suffer from trauma or from a strong episode in their life or from depression is only going to make even more marks, even more trauma. So respect is really, really important. And trying to see if the person is prepared to go into that topic or not. So you really need to know how to conduct these interviews. I brought a few case studies. This one was one of my first projects, and this was we conducted several interviews in a female prison very quickly. These women, all of them, we conducted 22 interviews, and all of them went through an episode of domestic violence or sexual abuse that was not treated, and that probably triggered them into going to a criminal life and then end up in prison. They never talked about it, and we just wanted to create a safe space for them to talk about that and to just put into words their trauma. And this was the other project that I worked with. This was actually my feature film, my first feature film. This is the story of a group of women who fought for women's rights in the mezcal industry in Mexico. Mexico is an absolutely beautiful country, but it's also very violent. So this woman, she was one of the main characters of the documentary. She suffered for two murder attempts because she was trying to change things in Mexico society, and they tried to kill her twice. Also, at the same time, she lost her husband due to illness. Well, as you can imagine, this was a very traumatized woman. Although she was very sweet, she was very traumatized. And I wanted to talk about all of this in the interview to showcase in the documentary because it will be very strong. But as I conducted the interview, and I spent a lot of time with her before, like a lot of days, I realized that she was not prepared to talk about her husband's death. So I didn't ask her about it. I put this clip so you can see the body language. Like, it's very important when you are filming and conducting an interview to also look at the body language of the person, because not everyone speaks their mind, especially if they are traumatized or with depression. They will not say what's going on in their mind. So you have to read the signs. And I want you to see the hands of these lovely women.
Duras. Una de ellas es que, pues, sí tuve dos intentos de que me querían matar.
So if you can see, she
Intentos de que
is relaxing her hands, and when she talks about the mother, she starts to become very frigid and very nervous. And this is a way that you can see how a person is feeling on the interview. And I decided not to pursue the death of her husband because I was afraid of traumatizing her even more. So that's another case study. And the last case study, this is also very important. This is a long-term documentary we are doing on a camp of grief. I actually just returned from my second year of this camp. This is a camp for families that lost parents and children that lost her husband, father, or mother, partner. And this is a very special place because we are dealing with very traumatized people, and mainly children. So, for example, this year we had a kid that just lost her father, and she suffered from schizophrenia, and she had a lot of seizures. So it was a very delicate thing, and we have very small children, as you can see. So the most important thing is, first of all, I don't start filming right away. I talk with these children and with the parents. I explain what I'm doing, and I try to create a bond with them. We give lots. We give hugs. In the end, they are completely open to ourselves. So we really create a bond with everyone, and we really need to respect their feelings. For example, I remember there was a child that was crying a lot during one activity, and I just put my camera on the side. I went to her and talked to her and asked if she needed a hug. And I didn't film that because I don't think that's the right approach on this, although it will be perfect on camera, but I don't think the ends justify the means once again. To finalize very quickly, this is my future project. It's in a long-term mental hospital. I'm going to interview patients and also workers because they do such an important part in society. I think these people are really a side of our society that is not heard at all. And well, I will try to give them visibility. And I think to finalize, film can heal if approached with empathy and respect. And I'm trying to bring awareness to the less visible sides of society and to the people who are often overlooked. Thank you so much. You have here my contacts. If you ever want to ask me anything, I'm here, and I'm really open to collaborate and to experiment arts in life. So thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Francisca, for this really inspiring presentation and also for this insights for your wonderful work. Truly, thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
I'm really impressed. And again, I would like to open the floor for questions. I have two questions myself that I would like to ask, while others can please use the chat or raise your hand, your digital hand, so I can see your question coming. I was just wondering, because you mentioned how those children opened up during the filming. I was wondering, because we talked about it briefly on Friday, how how the filmed people, how they react on your documentaries. Can you maybe just share, yeah, how you receive their process throughout your filming?
It's an amazing process, and it's what I love the most about documentary is you really see a change on people's behavior. Of course, children are more open because they are more innocent. It's harder with grown-ups actually, but like I said, I try to spend time with them. So for the feature film and for the brief camp, for the feature film, I spent 1 month with this women, and for the grief camp it's 5 days. So we really connect, we really create a relationship, and at the beginning they are really nervous, they're really frightened, and they don't open up at all. And in the end you can see a completely change. They are open, they are smile, it's really a beautiful process.
Yeah. Can you maybe point out, do you think, or do you know why they open up so much? Why they
Um,
feel so good?
People are nervous with cameras at the beginning, but then I think everyone likes to have a space to be heard, like to be listened to. And when you give them space and create a safe space for them to be heard, they open up and they become happy.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, thank you so much. And then I was also a big question, because I mean there's a very intense scenes and very intense themes and topics that people come up with. I mean, that must have a big impact on you as well, I guess. So I was also wondering how you take care of yourself while you go through these shoots and while you meet all these people.
Yes, first of all, I have to tell you that I cry a lot during interviews. And I think, first of all, I think we don't never be afraid to be in touch with our emotion. I do a lot of therapy. For the last 5 years, I do monthly, sometimes weekly therapy. And I already went through a burnout because I was not taking care of myself, and I was working a lot and saying yes to all the jobs. So I had to learn how to say no. I had to go through a very strong therapy process. And I do a lot of sports, I do yoga, I do a lot of meditation, and I mostly have respect for myself, and I'm not afraid of feeling.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, because yeah, I guess only when one takes care of oneself, you can also care for
For
others.
others, definitely. My therapist says one thing that I would like to share, that you cannot give others water to drink if the water is polluted. First, you have to clean the water and then giving that to others.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, truly nice. Louisa just dropped the question in the chat. She asks, did you do any course on how to work with people suffering trauma, or how did you learn on dealing with these intimate situations?
Actually, with personal experience, I never did. I have a master degree in documentary filmmaker, but they do not prepare us at all for the real world. But I always dealt with a lot of people struggling with mental health. From depression to addiction problems, I actually had to commit one of my best friends into a mental institution because of psychosis. So all my life I dealt with a lot of mental issues, and I think that life prepared me for that.
Yeah. which probably doesn't exclude also like if there are classes, I don't know, like probably also not in every country, every language. But yeah, always
Like what you are doing is a very important class on health.
yeah, let's start this at least.
Yeah.
Start this process and exchange.
Yeah.
Exchange. Yeah, truly. Well, thank you so much. So
Thank you.
far, I don't see any further questions. So yeah, once again, huge thank you to Francisca and truly to all our wonderful speakers that we had today. Yeah, here we go. I would, before we start with the next session, because often it does happen that sadly people drop out for the second part, just to make sure that you all are aware of what's coming up next. The roundtables for this year, or for this project year, which ends this month, are done, but we already have the dates for the new roundtables. Please bear with us. We will announce the topics of our new roundtables very soon. But we have another two training and capacity buildings this month. The first one here we have, maybe there are any Finnish artists here today, because this training takes place also in Finnish 2 days in advance, but this one is in English. Practical guidelines for artists working in the intersection of culture, health, care, education, and social sectors. And then apparently I just learned that this one, evaluation of project, will be in French. There was a last minute change. But then, of course, please already, if you're interested, pencil these big dates in your calendar for next year. And then, of course, for more information, please visit us on our landing page, which will become a full homepage very, very soon, either this week or next week. So please stay updated. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. I will stop the recording now.